It's okay if we could record. Thank you.
Okay, salamat po, ma'am. If we could get started.
All right. Hello, everyone. Magandang araw sa lahat, and thank you for attending this info session to learn more about Philippines HOSA. So as Timothy mentioned a little while ago, this meeting is led by a majority of our co-founding team, and we'll just start off with some quick introductions, just going left to right on the slide. So starting with me, ako si Alan Dave Cabanayan. I was originally born in Canada, but moved down to South Carolina where I was raised. And since then, I've been a HOSA member of South Carolina HOSA. I'm a 6-year member. And right now, I'm a rising senior at the University of South Carolina, majoring in nursing. But for Philippines HOSA, I currently serve as co-director of leadership development. So that mainly deals with any questions, mentoring, assisting with what it looks like to be a local chapter officer or even our national officers. Personally, my prior experience in HOSA, I've served in many different local chapter office positions, as well as being a state officer for South Carolina HOSA. So I've had a lot of personal experiences in these types of positions, and now I'm here to share my knowledge with you guys in Philippines HOSA. And so yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Hi, ako si Katrina Batak, and I was originally born in Dasmariñas, Cavite, and I moved to the United States when I was 7 years old. And ever since, I started studying medicine at the University of Arizona. And I'm also an officer on our university chapter as well. So I have a lot of leadership experience for my role in the Philippines HOSA co-founding team. I am the public relations director, meaning that I handle all the social medias. And if you were to interact with any of the accounts, it will most likely be me. And I oversee all of the professional interactions in this group.
Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Timothy Tararo. Pinanganak po ako sa Bulacan pero lumipat po ako dito sa Amerika when I was 5 or 6 years old. Ako po ang inyong logistics director for Philippines HOSA, which means ako po yung nagpa-plan and nag-organize lahat ng mga events namin, meetings, and other important um, events to be scheduled sa Philippines HOSA. I make sure that things run smoothly and that the planning phase and the execution phase sa lahat ng mga ginagawa po namin as an organization is planned out properly. In terms of my HOSA experience, I've been in HOSA for the past 5 years, serving as a local leader sa aking high school, and now I'm super happy and excited to be continuing my HOSA journey with Philippines HOSA.
I'm not sure if Jazz is here. Is Jazz here? If not, I'll just skip to my part. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Maayong buntag. Tama po ba yon? Okay, magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Ako nga po pala si Jason Cabison. Ako po ay yung Director at Large dito sa Philippines HOSA. At ako po yung pinakabata sa amin pong mga sa co-founding team. Ako po ay dito pinanak sa California. Pero lumipat po kami ng aking pamilya sa Philippines noong 2013. And for 10 years, dyan po ako nagsimula mag-aral. So, kung medyo magaling po ang mag-Tagalog, yun na, huwag na po kayo magulat. Pero yun nga po, dito po ako sa California. Ako po ay isang high school student. And ako po yung president ng aming local chapter. At as I mentioned before, ako po yung director at large ng ating co-founding team ng Philippines HOSA. Ako po yung isa sa mga nagre-recruit ng ating mga miyembro sa growing na organisasyon na 'to. Ah, Mostly din ako po yung translator sa mga slides, sa mga posts. And also as Tim mentioned, siya po yung nagfa-facilitate din. Ako po yung nag-a-assist sa kanilang lahat when it comes to sa mga events natin sa Philippines HOSA. Yun.
Hi everyone. Ako po si Jazz Pineda, yung post-secondary collegiate vice president sa Philippines HOSA. I personally take care of yung ako yung mentor nila. I help teach college chapters how to do meetings, provide them with the resources, basically help HOSA grow on a college level. And previously I was in Texas HOSA, and now I'm the only Philippines-based Philippines HOSA co-founder.
So, what is HOSA? HOSA is a global student-led organization recognized by the US Department of Education and other health agencies. Our mission is to empower future healthcare leaders through education, collaboration, and real-world experience. Founded in 1976, HOSA now includes 30,000 members across 54 chartered associations worldwide. Things we do in HOSA include competitions like biomedical debate, emergency medical technician, forensic science. You will learn all about it later. We also do community service events such as the Barbara James Awards, which awards members based on the hours they have spent doing community service. Awards are given for both competitions and community service. They are given at state leadership conferences or international leadership conferences, which we will show you what it is like on the next slide.
I think Miss Katrina, the audio is not working. Sound.
We apologize. We're fixing that right now. Thank you so much.
All right.
We apologize for technical difficulties. We'll be fixing that. We're in the process of fixing that right now. Thank you so much for your patience.
Right. My apologies for the technical difficulties with the sound. It's just not wanting to work for some reason. But we'll add the link to the video into the chat for you to be able to review. and then we'll just for the sake of time and the flow of things, we'll just keep moving on with the presentation. But the link should be in there for the chat in case you want to be able to see it.
Hi everyone! Sobrang excited akong i-walk through kayo sa mga upcoming events ng Philippines HOSA this year. Whether officer ka, advisor, or student representative, this timeline will help you stay on track at mas ma-enjoy ang HOSA experience nyo. And also, an important note, lahat ng TBD or to be determined dates ay ipa-finalize namin during our weekly student representative meetings, so siguraduhin nyo na may representative ang school nyo sa bawat meeting. So our first event is our administration or board of directors meeting, which is July 25 at 7 p.m. Manila Standard Time. It'll be led by our co-founders at isa tong mandatory meeting para sa lahat ng administration, advisors, at national officers. Student representatives are highly encouraged na umattend as well. Iko-cover natin ang official year agenda, key deadlines, at magkakaroon ng Q&A portion para malinaw ang lahat. This meeting will set the tone and direction para sa buong HOSA year, so please be sure to attend. Next will be our weekly student representative meeting, with the first one being on August 1st at 7 p.m. Manila Standard Time. These will be monthly virtual meetings para masiguro ang smooth communication between schools at national team. Each school dapat mag-send ng isang school representative. Kung hindi makaka-attend, kailangan magpadala ng substitute. Ang topics to discuss at those meetings will be kung paano mag-affiliate sa HOSA organization, important event dates, pagpili ng Manila Leadership Conference date, information on the International Leadership Conference at paano mag-fundraise, updates sa competitive events, at yung mga responsibilities ng student representatives sa kanilang chapters. Next is our social event or Kapamilliard launch. It'll be sometime in August at yung date will be determined, but it'll be around 7 p.m. Manila Standard Time. Isa tong fun kickoff sa HOSA year at super chill and fun way to meet your fellow HOSA members from all over the Philippines. Launch din to ng ating Kapamilya project, connecting people through art, culture, and shared experiences. And next, we have our Manila Leadership Academy, which will have a to be determined date, but which will be determined at our student representative meeting, but we anticipate na 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Manila Standard Time. It'll have interactive workshops about leadership, graphic design, and HOSA culture, at matututo kayo kung paano maging effective and confident leaders ng chapters ninyo. Magtatapos ito sa advocacy sessions with the Department of Education para sa support and funding ng Philippines HOSA. Importante ito para sa long-term success ng organization natin. So sama-sama tayo para dito sa event na yun. Next is our college admissions event with a to-be-determined date at 7 p.m. Manila Standard Time. Mga top universities sa Pilipinas ang mag-share ng tips on college applications and admissions. May Q&A session rin, kaya pwede niyong tanungin ang mga reps of those schools, and para ito sa mga nagpa-plan na for college, so our high school students. So wag nating palagpasin ang yung event na yun. And next is our Manila Leadership Conference, or MLC, which is from mid to late April with a to-be-determined date. Ito ang pinaka-big event ng taon for Philippines HOSA. Kasama sa program ay health professionals Q&A sessions, collaboration with Hawaii HOSA, competitive event showdown, and awards night para i-celebrate ang efforts ninyo. Perfect time ito para ipakita ang galing mo at makikonnect sa iba pang future health leaders. And sa same event na yun ay ang ating in-person social, which is the Mr. Miss Philippines HOSA pageant. So since it'll be the same day as the Manila Leadership Conference, ang date nito ay to be determined. This is inspired by Miss Universe, which we all love, but Philippines HOSA edition. Para sa mga student leaders na nagpapakita ng learning, leadership, service, and innovation. Ito ang highlight ng Manila Leadership Conference social events. So make sure to mag-abang kayo at supportahan natin ang mga competitors, and hopefully we can make this isang part of Philippines HOSA culture. And finally, sa international scale, we have the International Leadership Conference, also called ILC. It'll be from June 17 to 20th, 2026 in Indianapolis, Indiana, here in the United States. Isa tong international gathering ng HOSA members from all over the world, from the United States to Canada, China, South Korea, etc., hosted by the Corporation and the International Executive Council. It'll have 150 plus workshops, exhibit halls, leadership sessions, and elections for the next International Executive Council. Sobrang exciting tong opportunity na to, pero kailangan ng early planning at fundraising, which we can hopefully talk about at the weekly student representative meetings. Kung gusto niyong sumama, kausapin niyo agad ang inyong school advisors, and hopefully we can make that happen. So that's it for our main event rundown. Maraming ganap this year, and we hope na makakasali kayo sa many events as possible. And another reminder, the to be determined dates will be finalized sa student representative meetings. So make sure na mag-send kayo ng student representatives sa meetings na yun, and we will update you guys accordingly. Thank you.
Alright, next naman tayo sa ating competitive events. Sa aking opinion, ang mga competitive events na to, this is the most important part of HOSA. Dito nyo po makikilala ang iba't ibang mga tao na may parehong interest with you. Dito nyo masusubukan ng galing ninyo when it comes to the field of medicine. Ano? So, ayan, marami po tayong iba't ibang competitive events. Nanguna dyan ang kalusugan o ang community awareness. Ang focus po nito ng kalusugan competitive event ay ang pag-raise ng awareness pagdating sa mga health issue sa ating mga komunidad sa Pilipinas. So, as I see sa mga balita, sa news, sa TV Patrol, ang dami po nating problema when it comes to health. And with HOSA, ang HOSA po ay isang organisasyon talaga na not only helps students when it comes to their academics, sa pagtutulong sa kanila para sila ay maging isang health professional when it comes to the future. Ang organisasyon na ito ay nakakatulong rin sa ating komunidad, no? So ang kalusugan, nagfo-focus talaga ito sa pagbigay ng awareness sa ating mga kapwa Pilipino. So ang paano gawin itong competitive event na ito? So pipili kayo ng isang relevant na health issue. For example, diabetes, mental health. Sa ating mga Pilipino, marami tayong problema when it comes to dengue, when it comes to tuberculosis. At ngayon, uh, tumataas na ang ating mga kaso when it comes to HIV and AIDS. Nakakalungkot po talaga kasi maraming mga Pilipino ang hindi ganun ka-edukado when it comes to our health problems sa ating bansa. So, nangunguna po dyan ng HOSA at dahil po namin naisip na ipalaganap ang HOSA sa Pilipinas is dahil din po doon sa mga nangungunang problema sa ating health system sa Pilipinas. Ano? So sa event na ito, you will plan and execute a campaign sa social media, school presentation, gagawa po kayo ng poster, tapos gagawa kayo ng portfolio. Doon niyo po ilalagay yung pagpaplano, pag-i-implement, yung mga pictures while you're doing it, at yung inyong impact. So I see na meron tayong mga college student, high school student. It's basically like yung research paper ninyo. So, nung ako'y nandyan pa, gumawa ako ng research paper, talagang each research should give help and aid to the community. And this event will do that. And then, sa pinaka-event talaga na yon, ipe-present ninyo ang inyong uh, posters sa mga judges for 10 minutes. So dun sa event na ito, na-highlight talaga ang leadership ninyo, ang public speaking, ang community service, ang cultural awareness at inyong pag-teamwork. Ano? So isa pa lang 'yun sa ating competitive events. Next naman ang forensic science. Baka meron tayong mga criminology students diyan or someone who is interested in forensic science, this this event focuses on crime scene investigation and application of forensic techniques. So, kita po talaga natin na ang medicine ay marami kang pwedeng gawin when it comes to medicine. So, sa ating mga Pilipino, alam po natin na nurses, palagi nanguna po ang nurses dyan eh. Pero with HOSA, na-expose po ang mga high school student. Dito po is nagsimula na rin ang mga middle school student, college student sa iba't ibang aspeto ng healthcare. Yun din po ang isa sa mga objectives ng HOSA. Ang objective naman ng competitive event na ito is to analyze a mock crime scene and to solve a case based on physical evidence and case files. So what you do, take kayo ng written exam, test on forensic science, for example, when it comes to fingerprints, toxicology, autopsy, etc. Examine kayo ng crime scene scenario, and then you will complete an analysis worksheet. Kayo din ay mag-identify ng suspect based on evidence and logical reasoning. Excuse me. Ang skills naman na highlight dito is critical thinking, scientific knowledge, teamwork, observation, and attention to detail. So talaga, based on these two events pa lang po, nakikita na po natin na you can't experience these events, these competitiveness, itong mga bagay na ito sa kung saan lamang. Kaya po sinimulan ng HOSA ay para po sa mga estudyante. Next naman po ay World Health and Disparities. So, based on those three pa lang, kita nyo na po talaga na nagfo-focus talaga ang HOSA when it comes to spreading awareness, when it comes to the health problems in the world. So, ang objective naman nito is present solutions to healthcare inequality or world health crisis. So, ang skills naman dito is global awareness, public health knowledge, presentation, and research. And we all know talaga na ang global awareness and public health knowledge ay isa sa mga importanteng bagay na kailangan nating mga kabataan para sa ating kinabukasan ng ating bayan. Next naman po ang epidemiology. Focus naman po nito is study of diseases, disease patterns, and health event investigation. The objective of this is to analyze how disease spread and how to control outbreaks. So you take a written test, you will apply the case-based reasoning to solve real or simulated public health crisis. And dito matututunan nyo pang mag-data analyze. Ang inyong scientific reasoning rin ay lalawak at ang inyong critical thinking. Next naman po ang clinical nursing. Siguro naman po meron tayong mga nursing student dyan. Shout out po sa inyo. Ang focus naman po nito ay patient care skills in a clinical setting. So not only would you gain experience sa inyong mga klase sa pagdating sa nursing, pero mas lalawak pa ang inyong kagalingan dito sa HOSA. So dito, ang objective naman ng competitive event na to is to demonstrate the core nursing procedures and knowledge. So you will take a written test, hands-on clinical skills, ang ating vital signs, wound care, bed making, patient hygiene, CPR, 'di ba? And itong mga skills mo na ito ay ma-judge based on their accuracy, safety, and communication. At last naman po ang ating research poster. Ang focus nito ay scientific presentation. Objective nito is to create a poster and explain health-related research topics. So marami po tayong research-based na mga competitive events at malawak po talaga, maraming iba't ibang events tayo. So what you do is you choose a topic. So for example, pwedeng the effects of drugs sa iba't ibang mga tao, public health issues, new medical technology, etc. Conduct extensive research, design a professional poster, at ma-judge ito ng ating mga judges sa HOSA, at meron tayong Q&A style when it comes to that competitive event. At yeah, those are just a few of our competitive events talaga. At next naman po ang ating scholarship opportunities. Alam po nating lahat, as students, as college students, as high school students, we all need scholarships. Kahit nandito po kami sa US, talagang lahat kailangan po ng scholarships. And in my opinion, kung ano po yung nakakalungkot is, dito, it's very easy to gain scholarships. In my school, dito sa Palmdale, sa California, marami kang pwedeng pagpilian na scholarships. And what you do is you write an essay, sulat ka ng essay, kapag napili ka, naiyak sila sa essay mo, o pili ka, ikaw na yung, sa'yo na yung scholarship. O ito, $1,000, $2,000, 50,000 pesos yan. At ang nakakalungkot po is, kung sino pa po yung mga nangangailangan talaga, tulad ng ating mga kapwa Pilipino sa Pilipinas, sila pa po yung hindi nakaka-receive ng mga scholarships. I just thank God na meron tayo mga, merong mga effort when it comes to scholarships, but we can do better. Kaya nga po, with us, with the co-founding team, na pag-isipan din po namin na with the fact that the Philippines is it's not just one, it is the top exporter of not any product but nurses. Why not give them an opportunity like HOSA to help them become who they want to be in the future? So dito po yung ating scholarship opportunities. So we have the International HOSA Scholarship Program. Ito po ay nagkakahalaga ng 56,400 pesos to 141,000 pesos. So ang application timeframe nito is from January to April. This is awarded at the HOSA International Leadership Conference. At iba't iba po yung meron po tayo iba't iba pang mga scholarships talaga. So sa pag-apply po nito, kailangan niyo po ng isang personal statement or essay tulad po ng sinabi ko ng while ago, official transcripts, letters of recommendation, documentation of leadership and service, and proof of HOSA membership and participation. So again, hindi niyo po makuha ang scholarship na ito kung hindi po kayo miyembro ng HOSA. So kaya nga po namin talaga, again, naisip is talaga makatulong sa aming kapwa Pilipino back in the Philippines. Kasi kahit ako po, kailangan ko po ng scholarship. Alam ko po, as someone still in high school talaga, isa ito sa mga stressful things to think about. You know? And dito po, nakakatulong talaga ang HOSA. At aside from the International HOSA Scholarship Program, meron po tayong Health Industry Partnership Scholarships. So scholarships po ha, may S sa dulo. Marami po yan. Marami pong opportunity when it comes to scholarships. So scholarships, the scholarship details vary depending on scholarships. So talaga nakakatulong po talaga ang scholarships. And meron po tayong Health Industry Partner Scholarships din. So, ang HOSA, it's not just a organization on its own. Meron po siya mga iba't ibang partners tulad ng CVS Health, yung US Army, AMN Healthcare, etc. Maraming iba pang business o organisasyon na nagbibigay ng scholarships para sa mga HOSA members. So, kung ikaw po ay isang hardworking na estudyante ngayon, kahit gaanong kahirap ang inyong ginagawa, may part-time job ka man, ikaw man ay high school student at tinutulungan mo ang iyong parents when it comes to working, when it comes to providing financially, dito po papasok ang HOSA.
So, networking. Malaki ang networking dito sa HOSA. We connect with current health professionals and industry partners through Q&A panels at meetings and conferences, as well as various symposiums. As PH HOSA continues to grow, we hope to expand our network of partners to help you gain as much opportunities as you can as a student. just like what Jason just said. To the right, I would like to talk about our previous speakers briefly. So Benedict Garma, he talked about his psychiatry residency that he completed at Robert Wood Johnson Medical Center. So in the meeting, he would talk about how he got into psychiatry first, and then he expounded on it using a lot of educational. And he also talked about his road to medical school. Mr. June Cuenca, he's a HOSA advisor at Oxford Academy. He talked about his experience about education and healthcare. And in the meeting that he was in, he gave advice directly to students about their healthcare aspirations and how they can succeed as not only a healthcare professional, but also a leader. Jamie Francisco, she talks about how she got into her field as an underrepresented and low-income student. And she's also a content creator that showcases her life as a medical student, a current one, in school and out of school. She does a lot of dance videos. And of course, last but not the least, Dr. Christine Camacho. She is also a HOSA alumni, and she talked about how she dedicated her life to service, advocacy, and compassionate care. And overall, she advised a lot of our students how she used her HOSA experience to become a great doctor. And as we can see, she is very, very HOSA related. And yeah.
Okay, moving on to leadership opportunities. Pero ano ba ang leadership opportunities? Basically, you can play a more active role in developing Philippines HOSA, and there's two ways to do so. Una, becoming a local officer, and as well as becoming a national officer. Pero ano ba yung difference? When you're a local officer, basically you're an officer for your school's chapter, and you can promote HOSA activities within your school as well as your local community. Halimbawa, some things my chapter did in high school was donating food for food drives or coloring cards to give to the nursing homes during the holidays. As for the national officer team, basically you get to serve the entirety of PH HOSA. Additionally, leadership opportunities allow you to build on your various skills, which can assist you in your future career, even if you don't pursue a healthcare career, including organizational skills. So like event or meeting planning, facilitation, time management, basically making sure a meeting or event starts on time and ends in a timely manner, like don't go over time, and creating a program of work. And then, of course, the very obvious, public speaking, advocacy and outreach. So, halimbawa, our national officers during MLC, they voiced out various healthcare related concerns they have in the Philippines, as well as measures they would take if they were able to. And then finally, collaboration and interpersonal communication. Now, as for personal leadership development as a co-founder, I remember last year during our Manila Leadership Academy, ako and another co-founder who's unfortunately not here today, si Dominic, we were able to teach kids like the various forms of leadership, as well as the roles everyone plays in a group.
All right. So moving forward, just to know us a little more personally and a little bit more about the personal impact that HOSA has on many of its members. We've made a little collage and compilation of some of our personal favorite HOSA memories and we'll just share a little bit about why they're important to us. So starting with myself, so with this bottom picture, I guess going in time order, chronological order, this bottom picture was from the South Carolina State Leadership Conference in 2022. And that was when I was elected as the state secretary for South Carolina HOSA. And so this picture was from our like officer induction at the end of the conference, and it just meant a lot to me to get more involved in HOSA and really find a new family in my officer team and the community of South Carolina HOSA. And in finding that, I've really learned to have a passion for HOSA and like really want to expand it and spread our message to as many people as possible, including co-founding Philippines HOSA. And up above that picture, you can see I'm with a bunch of other people. So this was at the International Leadership Conference in Houston, Texas in 2024, where instead of being an officer, I was just a regular member who was competing in a different event known as Prepared Speaking. And I was a top 10 finalist and was able to be recognized on the International Hostess stage for that placement. And so that was a really important moment for me because that was the first time I got to really be um, like a regular member at a conference and be able to compete on the international level and then get recognized for it.
Okay, I shall go next. So my pictures are on the bottom left. So that one, yes, those two. On the more left is me with my officer team at University of Arizona. We are a very small, but we are a mighty chapter because the Arizona University of Arizona has excellent medical schools. We have a lot of opportunities, and we like to send our kids to get experience around our areas in the medical field. And to the right is when we went to Arizona State Leadership. It was last year. Yes, it was the last state leadership. And I was competing in biomedical debate with two other people in that group. And overall, we had such a fun time there. We took very minimal pictures, but this is the very core of it. We are a very tight knit group, and I'm sure Philippines HOSA will be too in the future.
Okay, so my images are on the very right. So if you look at the top right image, that is my very first International Leadership Conference when I was a second year in high school. This is me and my team for parliamentary procedure, which is a teamwork competition event based on how you properly conduct a business meeting. Um, and honestly, like those 5 people in that picture are one of the, if not the closest friends I made in high school. We've learned so much about HOSA and about parliamentary procedure. But we also learned so much about ourselves, about who we are as students, but also we got to know each other, and I was able to find like friendship and even a family, as we would call it here in HOSA. And I'm so thankful to have had that experience with those people, especially since that was the first in-person conference after after COVID season. So it was one of my best memories with HOSA. And then right below that is kind of a dinner that I had with some of those people. 2 of them unfortunately were not able to attend because of conflict schedules, but the 3 adults in the back were one of them is our advisor and 2 of them were our chaperones on our last international leadership conference when I was graduating as a high school senior. This was after the whole conference ended, so we wanted to like kind of keep in touch. and kind of catch up before we all before all of us four left for college. And so it really just sums up that HOSA, the HOSA organization is not just, oh, it's not just for competing, it's not just for leadership or networking, it's for a family and it's for people that really mean a lot to you. And I'm really proud to say that my closest friends in high school and the people that I still am in contact with today from high school after graduating have been people that I met through HOSA. And um, we've had many, many reunions even after high school, during our college breaks, and we even met some of the teachers and advisors that you see in that picture. So we really want my experiences with HOSA in building that friendship, that camaraderie, that family. I really want to bring to Philippines HOSA and build that sort of connection, that network of trust and camaraderie and friendship and family.
Okay, last but not least, to your top left are two pictures from our Manila Leadership Conference held in April. The leftmost picture, that was taken shortly after the conference ended, and some of the people photographed are currently members of the national officer team. The right pic next to it, that was taken by one of our HOSA advisors, a teacher, and it shows MOC in session.
Oh, and wala akong pictures dito, but I guess I'll just tell my experience with HOSA. Ako I again incoming grade 12 this year, and I've been in HOSA since grade 10. So grade 10 and grade 11, pumunta po ako sa aming state leadership conference. And in my opinion, that trip, that conference would probably be the highlight of my year. Kasi I'm just with my friends, and I meet new people. I've met countless numbers of people. Ito nga pong mga kasama kong mga co-founding team, they see, except kay Dom, they're not in California as well. Nasa iba't iba po kaming states. Uh, and that just says that through HOSA, you would be connected with people with the same interests as you that would further help you in your future endeavors as future health professionals. So, in my opinion, talaga, HOSA helps. Nag-rhyme pa, no? HOSA helps talaga with not just your academics, not just with the financials, not just with learning more skills, learning more things about medicine, but also, again, what Tim said, uh, having a new family. And so now let's talk about the future Manila Leadership Conference.
And and I'd like to say that on behalf of the founding team, we all have our own experiences with HOSA, and we all try to bring that to Philippines HOSA, which we culminated in the Manila Leadership Conference. And it was such an exciting event for us to host and to execute with the students who attended. And we're so grateful that all of our experiences from our each individual chapters and states manifested into this conference for the Philippines HOSA members, and we really hope to continue that moving forward, which um, Alan, Dave will be providing you with more information about um, solidifying these goals that we have in mind for you guys.
All right, thank you, Tim. So, hopefully we've garnered a lot of interest in you guys to start a HOSA chapter at your school. So I just want to quickly share a little bit about how that actually looks like in the process of going through our official affiliation process. So first and foremost, to be eligible for official HOSA affiliation, you need at least 5 student members and at least 1 faculty, staff, or some other school official to become the chapter advisor to help guide the students and the chapter. Once you have achieved those numbers, just forward all of the contact information of the advisor and student members to this email, philippineshosa@gmail.com, or your corresponding co-founder mentor, which in this case has not been assigned yet, but typically all of our schools have a co-founder assigned as a mentor just to assist with any further questions and guidance for the affiliation process and getting started as a chapter. And so we will be able to contact HOSA headquarters to get your information to then be able to log into the HOSA Conference Management System, or CMS, to go into the affiliation application. And once you fill out all that information on that website, you will then be officially recognized as a HOSA chapter. So the only thing left is on the CMS to fill in your chapter members and go through the affiliation dues, which at this time for international HOSA is about $10 or 589 pesos. And all of the payment information is on there to be able to pay for it. And so once you go through affiliation, then comes the actual organization of the chapter. So typically it starts off with getting your starting officer team together, which usually has a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and maybe some other positions. You can also rephrase this at your own discretion. For example, if you have a vice president of public relations to handle social media, or other different kinds of positions, it's really up to you and what you want as a chapter. Second, which is more specific to Philippines HOSA and our system, is to have a student representative. Like Tim mentioned before, we have monthly meetings between the student reps and the co-founders and national team. So the student representatives attend monthly to be your connection to higher leadership in Philippines HOSA, to talk more about planning for conferences and other topics. Usually this will look like whoever's your chapter president will also serve as the student rep, or you could also choose to have the student rep be an additional officer position. Again, really up to your discretion there. And then once you have your leadership established, it's good rule of thumb to try and create a program of work of the goals for the term of what you want to achieve as a HOSA chapter, whether it's a certain amount of service hours, membership goals, um, social media engagement, etc. And after that, it's really all up to you. Everything is in your hands to further your chapter development, whether it's going through like organization fairs to recruit members, starting to facilitate your chapter meetings, starting to get more involved with social events or service events in the community, or other such things. Um, so yeah, that concludes the presentation. So here's our contact information if you'd like to reach out to us more. But real quick, do we have any immediate questions, comments, or concerns?
Right? Anyone here?
Hello, good morning po. My question lang po sana is, may Cebu, Cebu chapter po ba yung ano? Yung parang sa whole Cebu po, yung ano yun? HOSA po.
So,
Or sa CIT lang po.
um, so for now, we're just starting to make sure na we're just starting off na bawat eskwelahan ay may chapter. So we're just starting off like a CIT University chapter, and then from there we'll figure out kung kung paano namin once the organization grows, titingnan po namin kung paano po namin parang organize yung mga iba't ibang chapters into regions. But for now, binabasa lang po namin sa bawat eskwelahan, if that answers your question.
Sige, sige po. Ay, another question po if okay lang.
Yeah,
For the membership po ba, may requirements po ba like grades or wala lang po ba?
grades as in like
Yeah, may minimum po ba needed?
parang okay. I would say 2.0 GPA.
Oh,
Gumagamit po ba kayo ng GPA dyan sa Pilipinas?
pero dito sa CIT, it's baliktad. Yung 5 is the highest po.
Oh, okay, okay. Then I would
It's 4. 4 po ba yun?
I think 3. I think
Okay,
3 GPA po.
okay. Sige po, thank you.
Salamat. Anyway, si Guadalupe Obando, are you open for possible partnerships for projects? Yes, absolutely. Well, kailangan lang po namin pagplanuhin yun and have a meeting about that. What projects do you have in mind po? And then while you think about that, Miss Sophia, you're raising hello po, kamusta po?
Good morning po. Okay lang po. May question po ako about the partnership. What are the responsibilities of our school if we establish a HOSA chapter in CIT-U?
Okay, so your responsibilities pag host kayo, pag gumawa po kayo ng chapter sa CIT-U is your answer, correct? Kung ano po yung responsibilities niyo po and making a chapter sa inyong university?
Yes po, in making the chapter and also maintaining it then.
Thank you, thank you. So for that, I would say we have a lot of marami po kaming events na Philippines HOSA has to offer, and yung goal po namin is that lahat ng mga affiliated na chapters ay makaka-attend po sa mga conferences na yun. We want them to pumunta sa mga conferences, to go to the meetings, so that we can prepare kayo para sa inyong chapter, so that you can also host events with Philippines HOSA sa inyong chapters, whatever that may be. We would love na makapunta kayo sa mga aming conferences and academies, whether virtually or in person. And we would love na kung maaari to seek out partnerships with any organizations or associations dyan sa Pilipinas, whether it be any medical associations or any mga sponsorships that na pwede pong mag-fund ng kung ano man pong pera para pagpunta sa mga events. Yung pinaka-big goal po namin para sa Pilipinas ay makapunta po kayo sa aming International Leadership Conference dito sa Amerika. It's gonna take a lot of planning and fundraising para mangyari po yun. So that's one of the if you guys really want to visit America for that conference, which is so amazing, especially para sa 50th anniversary ng ating organization, that'll be the best thing that could happen within your schools. Parang health professions club na rin po ang Philippines host sa bawat inyong schools. So if you want to hold any events or fundraisers or like kung anumang mga school events that you think is like like healthcare related na pwede kami in Philippines HOSA, pwede namin kayong tulungan doon, we will most definitely do that. And then para din po sa um dun sa International Leadership Conference, we will do our absolute best na tulungan po kayo sa mga visas, and we'll be 100% coordinating that with our team to make sure that you guys can attend. So don't worry about that. Our biggest thing is probably just fundraising and then school-wide events and then attendance at our conferences and meetings and stuff like that. Does that answer your question?
Yes po. Thank you so much for the clear answer.
Okay, salamat po. Ralph Rodriguez, nakikita ko yung kamay mo. I'm just gonna answer Guadalupe Obando. We currently have dengue solution projects currently, and we might implement it sometime this year. It'll be so amazing that Philippines HOSA would love to partner with you guys on that. What we can definitely talk more about that in terms of how us Philippines HOSA can support you guys kung in whether that be just PR kung para ma-shoutout po kayo sa aming Instagram and to also gain recognition sa overall organization to provide any leadership resources um provide any leadership resources or any resources na kailangan niyo po para makatulong po kami kung saan man po sa project ninyo. We also have the Kalusugan Project as well, which is isang public health initiative to encourage yung mga estudyante dyan sa Pilipinas to take initiatives sa inyong public health, whether sa kung saan mang pong projects or solutions you want to implement sa inyong community. So we would love to be a part of that as well. In only contingency or only part that we require first and foremost is that CIT-U will be affiliated under with HOSA with the HOSA organization so that we can so that you guys are formally part of our HOSA family, and also just like logistics wise para makatulong po kami formally. Yes, thank you so much. Please reach out regarding that. I saw Ralph Rodriguez's hand first. Do you have a question?
Good morning again po. I have a question lang po regarding the affiliation due na $10 per member. Is it like fixed, or is there a way that would be lessened? And is this like a yearly fee or semestral fee or monthly fee?
So it'll be a yearly fee, but for every sa bawat host a year magbabayad po, target October 15th ang payment, and unfortunately it is a fixed payment of $10 and then convert that to Filipino pesos. But we'll try if there is any financial oh sorry, our first deadline is December 1st for the payments, but kung meron pong financial problems or anything about that sa tungkol dyan, pwede po kayo mag-fundraise to try and lessen the costs. And then on our end, we'll be working on fundraising, and we'll try and reach out to our connections here sa sa HOSA internationally to see if we can work with partnerships here in the US, but also partnerships with businesses back in the Philippines to lower the costs. Alam ko po na the financial part can be the more stressful, or yung one of the biggest worries that the students may have, because we understand that money is money. Money is money. So we're doing the most that we can para makapag-affiliate kayo and to be able to pay that. And we do assure you na yung pera na mabibigay niyo na pangbabay niyo po sa affiliation will be put to good use, and that will make sure na yung pera na yun will fund events or Philippines HOSA to make sure that you guys will make the most of the organization. So just to confirm, the first deadline is December 1st. And then we have a second deadline as well, February 28th for colleges and universities in the Philippines. Does that answer your question?
Yes po, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, salamat po. And then we have another one from Chaldean B. You have a hand raised. Ano po yung tanong niyo? Chaldean? Meron po bang ibang may tanong habang hinihintay ko po na hopefully mag-answer po yung isang tao na to? Does anyone have any other questions? Okay. Hindi po kita naririnig. Chaldean B. Abanid. Kung gusto niyo lang pong i-text sa chat yung inyong tanong if that's possible, or kung gusto niyo pong i-fix yung inyong audio, but I can also, pwede niyo rin pong isa na lang sa chat tapos sasagutin ko na lang po verbally. No worries, no worries. Okay lang po. We understand yung Wi-Fi connection issues and just anything regarding technology issues. We always try to accommodate you guys, so no worries. Habang hinihintay ko po ang tanong ni Chaldean, okay. I'd like to ask if ang mga events and conferences are mainly based in Manila. As of now, yes. Manila Leadership Conference is a hybrid event. So we do encourage, and that'll be in Manila as of now. But most of our events are virtual. So ang Manila Leadership Academy and other virtual events, meetings, social events, they're going to be mostly virtual to accommodate everyone sa iba't ibang parte ng Pilipinas. Ang isang event lang po namin na in-person ay nasa Manila, which is the Manila Leadership Conference, pero yun din po ay isang hybrid event, so pwede rin po kayong mag-join via Zoom for that. And if there's any way to sponsor students to attend, we'd love, we're trying to figure that out as well kung may paraan po kaming gumawa nun. Like I mentioned before, gumagawa po kami as co-founders, gumagawa po kami ng paraan to get the funding required, whether it be to partnerships, sponsorships, etc. And as much as, but we also, if you guys, we really encourage you to attend. So kung we encourage you guys to fundraise for that. It's such an amazing opportunity. So we'll do our end when it comes to fundraising and getting money para sa pag-sponsor students to attend, as many as possible, obviously. But in-encourage po namin na makapunta din po, mag-fundraise din po kayo para sa sarili ninyo. I know, I know it sounds harsh, pero ganun, ganun po talaga yun. And just to confirm, the Manila Leadership Conference is both in-person and virtual, so it's hybrid. And then the Manila Leadership Academy is completely online, virtual. Does that answer your question? And then I saw a hand, Miss Sophia.
Yes po.
Meron po-
My question is, are there yearly goals, outputs, or required events that we must deliver as a chapter if ever man maitutuloy namin yung HOSA chapter in CIT-U?
Just to confirm yung tanong mo ay meron bang mga required na events or parang quota ng mga events na kailangan magawa ng CIT to maintain as a chapter?
Yes po, as well as outputs and other deliverables na rin.
Okay. So, yung main thing that we just ask is participation sa mga required events. We would love to see once you guys affiliate, we really encourage you na mag-participate sa administration board of directors meetings, monthly student representative meetings. So pag nakapag-affiliate na po ang CIT-U, and you will send a hopefully you could send a student representative or someone to those monthly student representative meetings para to serve as a communication between um, the founders and the national officers and each school. But we also we also want active events on campus to promote healthcare, and you got kayo na po ang in charge ng mga campus events na yun, kung ano man po yun. Whatever works best for your community at kung ano man po ang gusto niyong i-hold, such as the dengue project initiative na nakita ko po sa chat earlier. But one, kailangan po affiliated yung CIT-U as a HOSA chapter. And then from there, kung gusto niyo po mang-hold ng mga mga events na ganon with Philippines HOSA, kailangan po ng mga communication tungkol doon. And then, so yung mga deliverables could be the dengue project that can be part of ang aming Kalusugan project, which is about public health. But we do require attendance sa Manila Leadership Academy, Manila Leadership Conference, and student representative meetings. And then just and overall, we'd love na i-advocate niyo po ang healthcare and HOSA sa inyong campus, whether that be through meetings, info sessions, events, etc. Kayo na po ang bahala dyan. We don't have a quota. We don't have you need to hold X amount of events. We just really require participation para sa Manila Leadership Academy, Manila Leadership Conference, student representative meetings, and then further Kalusugan deliverables, a Kalusugan project or public health deliverables as well, if that answers your question.
Yes po, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, yes, Chaldean Biabanid.
Good morning. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I'd just like to ask if there are any alumni engagement opportunities or pathways after graduation for HOSA members.
Yes. Oh, 100%. I'm just yes. So one thing that we've worked on as Philippines HOSA is the Hawaii HOSA, the Kapamilya initiative. So isa yung partnership with Hawaii HOSA, which is isang state sa United States of America, and meron po silang isang organization that is isang parang subgroup of HOSA na puro lang pong alumni after high school and even after college. And so marami pong alumni network opportunities tungkol doon. Yung mga alumni po ay nasa iba't ibang parte ng kanilang careers, whether that be med school, in college, med school, or even kung saan man pong bagay. You can also, and once we further develop Philippines HOSA, pwede rin po kayong maging alumni as well for that. And we can hopefully create some sort of system and system and events to connect all you guys to as alumni to high school students as well. Does that answer your question? Or
Yes, thank you so much.
thank you.
Hi, I'd also like to just add on to what Tim mentioned. So HOSA also has International HOSA has their own official alumni association, and HOSA has specific events like webinars, things and conferences to specifically catered for alumni, like networking, like between other alumni as well as networking with between alumni and current HOSA members as more of like a mentorship initiative. And so I'll share this link to get more information on that on the HOSA website. And from there, you can also register. So the alumni registration is actually open for anyone who's graduated high school. So you could also be a collegiate member and be in the alumni association at the same time, and it is free registration, so no need to worry about any extra like affiliation or registration charges for that. Um, I hope that information was also useful. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's very useful. Thank you.
Nakikita niyo po ba ang main events?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Timothy.
And then, ito po yung next slide para makita niyo. Okay na po ba?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, salamat po.
Are there any other questions from our students? Here. Meron pa.
Meron pa po. Sino pa po yung may tanong?
Wala
Tapos,
na pa.
tapos also, isisend na po ang link. Isisend namin po ang link sa slides na to para may access po kayo. We're just working on that.
Right. On my end, Timothy, and the entire HOSA team, a clarification, the charter will have to be renewed every year. So they would go through the same application process every year.
Once na-affiliate na po yung charter ninyo, hindi niyo po kailangan i-update. Kailangan lang po yung fee, yung yearly
Okay.
fee for
Alright.
for students. Pero pag na-affiliate na po ang CIT University, for example, as soon as possible, hindi niyo po kailangan i-update or reapply for that. Kailangan lang po yung yearly payments, if that answers your question.
Alright. Thank you.
Salamat po.
I think no other questions on our end.
Okay.
No.
Send ko lang po
Files. Yeah.
yung slides. Please let me know if you can access them. That'll be much appreciated. Salamat po.
Yes, we can view the file. Thank you.
Okay, salamat po. Are there any more questions? Please let us know. Yes, and Megan will email the slides as well.
Right. I think we've clarified many of our previous discussions when we introduced HOSA to them also. I thank you for the presentation and all details. HOSA PH and or the entire team. We'll get back to you with our plans moving forward with HOSA PH and the hopefully a CIT chapter first for Cebu.
Yes. Sige po,
We'll
salamat
just
po.
email you the details po.
Yes.
Thank
If
you.
you have any
And thank
questions,
you.
just email us sa aming email, philippineshosa@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you very much. And thank you, dear students, also for attending.
Salamat po sa inyong
Can we
oras.
have a photo op po?